Greetings YouTubers and new vapors. Welcome to this, my first ever video that I'm making for my new channel, which I set up. Being a new vapor of just about 4 or 5 weeks, I wanted to make a review of the new equipment that I received just a couple of days ago in my vape mail. I felt that getting into vaping, obviously YouTube is an invaluable resource, and I watched a whole bunch of videos from such legends as P. Pesado, Indoor Vapes, and Convicted Vapes, I think is his name. All really great guys, and you know, they talk in really professional terms about sub-ohms and rebuilds and RDAs, and whilst I'm sure there's tremendous value to all of those things, I felt that for would-be new vapors who are just giving up the evil weed, I mean the tobacco, not the other stuff that we never give up, I thought that the people that want to get a newbie's perspective on vaping, I thought this would be a good opportunity to do that. So what I want to do is I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to review my brand new Kanger Subtank Nano, which I received just a couple of days ago. Like I said, here's the box. Going to the Nano, which by the way sits on an eLeaf iStick 30 watt. Again, that's about as technical as I'm going to get. Is a serious step up from this. This is known as an old school clearomizer with an Ego style battery. It leaks. You get dry hits from it. It's not that tasty. It's kind of small and practical. I would say that, you know, portability wise, I do prefer it, but again, you can't compare this baby to this beast. In fact, when I received my Kanger Subtank Nano, it was just a whole new world. I actually am lucky enough to have started my vaping experience with 5 pawns. In this case, my favorite flavor, which is Queenside, at 6 milligrams of nicotine. You have to remember that when you give up smoking, you do need nicotine. Obviously, that's a huge part of it, as well as the oral fixation. This kind of thing, not much vapor, not much thing, but you can put in a higher nicotine in this. So if you were going to be vaping 12 milligram nicotine in this, you would want to halve that to what I've got, which is 6 milligrams of nicotine in this. Which is, like I said, the Queenside 5 pawns. They do this bespoke, top quality Ejuice, which I found a heck of a lot better than this kind of thing and this kind of thing. And I don't want to plug any names because I'm not being paid here, but I think that there's no doubt that 5 pawns is the best. Not to mention the packaging and everything else. My bottle is now finished, in fact. This is my last tank of the stuff, which I wanted to keep for this review. So I just want to get into talking a little bit with you about the Kanger Subtank Nano. Sorry, there's a mini as well. This is a Nano, 3 milliliter capacity. You're going to go through a lot of juice on this. A tank doesn't last me very long. I'm not going to sit here cloud chasing for you. I just wanted to show you the difference between this and this. Crackle, crackle. Oh my word. The flavour of this Queenside 5 pawns in this baby is unbelievable. It's a blood orange and vanilla flavour, but you actually taste different elements on the inhale, on the exhale. It's really quite unbelievable. It's intoxicating almost. The flavour is just so good. In fact, I think the nicotine is less of an issue for me personally. And the flavour is what I'm really addicted to. There's a lot of talk about which wattage, I didn't want to say what wattage, which wattage to put this on. You know, there's a range here. This is actually, without getting too technical, a 0.5 ohm, sub-ohm it's known as, coil in here. I don't really get the whole thing, but I just know that sub-ohm is a different world to everything else. I've got this set at only 15 watts, and whilst many people talk about 25, 30 watts, I found virtually no difference in the flavor whatsoever between 12 and 30 watts. All I found was more vapor production, as well as hotter vapor, almost too hot at 25 to 30 watts. It was starting to hurt my chest. Talking about my chest, I was a smoker of, like half a pack to a pack of cigarettes for 25 years. I know I don't look old enough, but I am. And wow, I mean, giving up the tobacco is really something. My chest feels great. I'm full of energy. I can taste my food. I can breathe properly. I'm not coughing up a lung every morning. And I felt no detrimental effects whatsoever, apart from when the nicotine was too high, when it comes to the sub-ohming on the sub-ohm Kanger tank. Like I said, I'm addicted to the flavour, so I'm going to have to take some hits while I talk. Wow. You can just taste everything. It makes the experience incomparable to this. And I would recommend that anybody and everybody go and purchase themselves a Kanger Subtank, whether it's the Nano, the Mini, and there's another one, I forget what it's called, maybe the Mega. I actually did get this, which is a Nautilus, called a Nautilus Aspire Mini Nautilus. It's a good tank. I felt it was definitely a massive step up from the Cardamizers, but there was a slightly metallic taste with this. No matter what I did, I cleaned it out, I changed the coil, there was a metal kind of flavour to it. Whereas with this, there's no metal flavour, just pure, in this case, blood orange and vanilla, something quite unbelievable. So it's a big shout out to 5 Pawns. I'm going to do a separate 5 Pawns review, which you can check out, where I'll go into more detail about the 3 flavours that I have. So for those of you that are really interested in a serious way in giving up tobacco, as one famous vapor says, smoking is dead, vaping is the future, I tend to agree. I hope there's no long-term effects. We don't know what they are. I guess we'll see in another 20 years or so, but I can feel my lungs are 100% better. I can walk properly. I can run. I'm not coughing. I don't stink like an ashtray. Man, if you are a smoker, you know exactly what I'm talking about. And I would definitely recommend that you move to vaping, because you get such a pleasure from the flavor, as well as the nicotine, as well as the vapor. That it really isn't comparable. I saw a bunch of my mates the other day and they were smoking cigarettes, I said, hey guys, check out this, and I hit them with a cloud and they were like, whoa, that smells so good. People are open to it, as I hope you are. So if you are thinking about taking your vaping seriously, it's not a big expense. I think you can pick up a tank like this for 20, 25 bucks. The batteries are about the same price, maybe slightly more, but it's really not a huge expense, and you are literally saving your life. And if you've gotten used to this, you'll see the difference big time when you move to this. So yeah, that's all I wanted to really do. I didn't want to go into any particular detail here about anything. I just wanted to show you my experience with this, which is at the full opening here. I prefer the airy vapor that I get. And check out my next review, which I'm going to do on 3 5 Pawns flavors pretty soon. And vape on and enjoy. I'll leave you with this cloud.